Hello students, how are you? I think all of you fine, no? I am Mr. K.P. Bakchi, teaching last 26 years in Nagaland. I am professionally in mathematics PGD and nowadays I am in GDO school. So, I am helping you to uploading video through the help of Director of School Educations. We are so grateful to the Director of School Educations. And students, please take this privilege to understand everything whatever we teach you from every classes, not only this class. Today I am teaching in class 10 the chapter statistics, okay. So, please be ready with your copy and all and try to grab it the ideas. Now, before I start class 10 the chapter statistics, I have to give you the idea of class 9. What you learn in class 9, that is ungrouped data. You have to know already how to collect the data, make it a tabular form, either it is a group tabular form or ungrouped tabular form. Ungrouped tabular form is single numbers like say 1, 2, 3 and according to the first like is example class 1 45 students, class 2 43 students, 34 students, class 3 that is 64 students, like that way you can arrange the data in case of ungrouped data. Now into the group data you already know how to arrange, like say in the range of 10 to 20, 10 to 20 students. How many students got 10 to 20 marks? 3 students. How many students got 20 to 30 marks? That is 5 students. Like that way you already know how to arrange the data in group. This is a group data, we call group data, and it is ungrouped data, okay, ungrouped data. So, in that way you already learn this idea. Now, class 10 you have to learn about little further that. What you have to learn? You have to find the data what you calculate, how to measure it in terms of 3 things. We call measure of central tendency, we call the average value, okay. So, that 3 average value are nothing but the central tendency is mean, median and mode. These 3 you have to learn in class 10 level and probably you have to learn from the specifically from group data, clear? Now, look at here. First of all, we start with mean, clear? Mean, these are 3 also what do you call average value, okay, average value. You know how to find average value? Say for example, in a 5 students that got different marks, and what is the average marks of the students? So, you have to add all the 5 marks and dividing by 5, then we will get the average marks. That means, we can understand these marks carry all the students, that is the average ranking of the students, clear? So, that way you can find. So, these all are average. So, I am finding with the mean first, okay. What is the mean value? Is average, nothing but average value, okay. Are you getting it? Nothing but average value. Now, mean we have to understand in different ways. If it is a ungrouped data, okay. This ungrouped data, for example, x, y is the items what you consider, x2 in that way up to xn, n may be any number, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, and we got the numbers of, say the number is the frequency, the number of students, number of workers, number of employees, these are the students. So, that is one f1. So, fi it is xi, I for information, frequency of the informations or the number, dealing with the numbers, okay. So, it is f1, it is f2, in that way fn, and we have to make them product, the product of these two, like fi into xi, okay. So, we can multiply these two, look at this multiplication, f1 into x1, like here f2 into x2, and lastly suppose all you have to add and f1 fn into xn. If I add all the product, okay, this is a product, all the products if you add it, we call like this here, one word at a time we can write like f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 plus dot plus fn xn. See, this is space consuming, no? So, in order to get avoid this much space, you can come up with the short form. This one we can represent as this symbol sigma, sum of all. This is called sum of all. Are you get it? Sum of all. So this is, we can say, sigma fi into xi. That is sum of the product. This is called product. The sum of the product we can denote it by sum of all. This name of this symbol is sigma. Okay, sigma. The name of the symbol is sigma. So sigma is denoted sum of all. And you have to add this frequency also, like that. This one also you have to add sigma fi. And if you want to find the mean symbol we denote it by x bar. What do you call? X bar. And that formula we can denote it by sigma fi xi sum of the product by sum of the frequencies. This is the way you can find the mean in ungrouped data. Okay, this is for ungrouped data. And some question you deal already in class 9. Just a review of this area. Clear? Now I come to in class 10 with the group data, how to find the frequencies. Okay, some group data you did in class 9 level. Okay, some data you did in class 9 level, that is group data I am telling you, but that is called direct method. So mean we can start with 3 methods here. One is direct method, one is assume mean method, we call it shortcut method, shortcut, or you can say assume mean method, okay, or step deviation method. Step deviation method. There are the 3 methods in class 10 level you have to learn. Direct method you already get in touch in class 9. For example, we get it suppose interval, the direct, this all are with the help of group data, mind it. With the group data we have to do 3. Say for example direct method. We have a marks between 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Okay. Now we have to find their middle values. Middle values is called, we denote it by xi. We call mid value or class mark. We can say class mark, or rather we can say mid value. Mid value. What is the formula of mid value? The mid value formula is upper limit plus lower limit. We can say also lower limit plus upper limit by 2 of each class interval. Each class interval. What is class interval? These are called class intervals. This is called class interval. C oblique I. Class interval. So each class interval you have to find the class mark. Mid value. What is the lower limit? I am showing the different marker. This part is called lower limit. This is lower limit. Okay, and this part is called upper limit. Do you follow me? Lower limit, upper limit. You have to add these two for each class interval. Look at here. So if I add it here, 10 plus 20 by 2 is 30 by 2 is, if you divide, you will get 15. The next also like this. See here, I will make it shorter. 20 plus 30 by 2, it's 50 by 2, it's become 25. Now, if you do all, like for example, we have at least 6, say 40 to 50, 50 to 60 and 60 to 70. Suppose this much class interval we have. Now, the question is, if you do like this, it will take time. And to solve one question, if you spend that much time, you cannot answer other questions. So we have to know some idea, we call tactics. The tactics is that see the difference between next two class intervals range. What is the difference? 20, 30, what is the difference? 10. Look at here, difference 10. So no need to find. Exactly similarly we can write 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. If you apply this formula also, it will come exactly like this. Okay. So you save your time and do this way. Clear? First find one and check what is the difference between two class intervals and upper limits or lower limit, anything. If difference come 5, you add 5, 5, 5, you get it. If difference of 10, add 10, 10, 10, you get it. Provided you have to find first one. Then if it is difference is 30, you have to add 30, 30, 30, you will get it. You save your time. Clear? After that, you have to make the product. That product is called product column. Product of which one? Before that, okay, before that you have to find the how much frequency you have. Frequency means number of students, number of employees, number of workers. This is frequency, Fi. Number of anything, okay, number of students, maybe worker, employee, like that, is not it? So Fi. So F1, first one, suppose what I'm dealing with the marks. Say 10 to 20 students getting only 1 students. Maybe here 5 students. Maybe here 10 students. Maybe here 8 students. Maybe here 12 students. And maybe here 6 students. Like that. Okay, that much students, number of students we can mention it. Okay. The number of students, that many students got this range of marks. That many students get that range of marks. Understood? Now we have to find the product between, this is the product column, product between Fi into Xi. Means frequency into mid value. Frequency into mid value. Next two. So always try to find after the class interval mid value. Then easy to multiply, nearby. So 15 ones are, you can mention also 1 into 15, 15, like that. Or directly you can like say, I am writing here, say 5 into 25 is 125. You can do directly also 350, 45 and 8. Multiply in the rough and write it. Or directly if you know the table, 5 8s are, 8 5s are 40, 4 in hand, 32 and 4, 36. Clear? Then multiply these two, 12 5s are 60, 6 in hand, 60 and 6, 66. Okay, then 6 5s are 30, 3 in hand 36 and 3 39. So directly you can do that and add all this. What do you call? Sigma Fi Xi, correct? This value you have to find, and you have to find the frequency sigma Fi Xi, Fi. So this one also you already know. And finally, you have to find the mean. Mean X bar is equal to, what do you call? Sigma Fi Xi and Fi into Xi by sigma Fi. Then if I put the value, you can get the result. Let's look at this, 12 plus 6, 18. 18 and 8 how much? 26. Yes or no? 18, 26, 36, 37 and 5 how much? 42. Okay, you can do that way also. 6, 16 and 8, 24, 26, 36 and 6, 42. And add this 5, 5, 10, 1 in hand, 2, 2, 4, 5, 9 and 6, 15 and 6, 21 and 9, 30, 3 in hand. 6, 6, 12, 12, 3, 15, 15 and 3, 18, 19, see. So, it's 1900 by 42. So, we can calculate, divide, you get the answers. So, here we can complete it, get the answers. So, this is the way we can solve. What method we did? Direct method. So, please try to copy down this direct method. Very, very easily we can solve by direct method. Okay. When we can do direct method, why other two methods also there? Look at the other methods. One is assume main method, shortcut and step deviation. The question is when you have to do what method? If the number of things like number of students or employees are very small and range of the class interval are small amount, that time you can go for direct method. Like 1 or 2, hardly 1 or 2 what do you call digits of frequency and at most 2 digits of class mark. If you have, you can go for direct method, no problem. Until up to they are not mentioned in the question, do this method. If they are not mentioned, just find the mean, you can afford for this, okay. But when the marks are very large, like for example 100 to 1000 to 1500, definitely this digit will come 4 digit or 3 digits and frequency come 2 3 digits. That time multiplication will be a hard sum. That time we go for either shortcut or step deviation. When the range of marks is very large, we can go for shortcut and step deviation. Clear? Now this is the explanations. You can practice with this the exercises. Clear? Now I go for shortcut method with some examples. Clear? Now this method. Look at this method. First of all, class interval or marks, whatever they are given, you write. Then after that, you have to find for xi, that's called mid value. Then after that, you have to write here, what do you call, look at here, you have to go for deviations, di. Before di, you have to first find, middlemost value, that's called a. A means what here? A is provisional mean. Provisional mean. What is provisional mean? Provisional mean nothing but a middlemost value. Middlemost value of mid value. Mid value. Understood? Middlemost. And after that, deviation. Deviation means this di formula is what? You have this di denoted for deviation. Deviation of the values. That formula is xi minus a. For each column you have to find. After that, you have to write the frequency and you go for product. Okay, the product is nothing but fi into di. Okay, not for x this time. Clear? Then we have to add all the values. That's called sigma fi into deviation, the product of frequency and deviations. And you have to find this one, sigma fi. And if you write the formula of mean of shortcut method or assume mean method, that formula x bar will be a plus, what is a? This is a, plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. This is the formula of finding mean in assume mean or shortcut method. Shortcut method or assume mean method. This is the formula you have to apply. Clear? So, how to find this mean? This is the mid value. First, let us make a set of questions like, say it is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Say for example this. Then one more. Say 50 to 60. Okay. So, now we have to find this mid value. What is that? 10 plus 20 by 2 is 30 by 2 means 15. The 10 difference, that will be how much? 25, 35, 45 and we can say it is 55. Now, which one is the middle? Easily we can get the middle. 35 is the middle one. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, the middle value. Now, sometimes you don't have this part. Then how can you choose 35? If 35 is there, but how can you choose 35? If it is an odd number of terms, easily you can choose. But it's even number, how can you choose that? Look at here. That time you have to depend on the frequency. Suppose it is 3, 5, 10, 2. So now here 35 belongs to 10, 25 belongs to 5. Both are in the middle. Which one having a greater frequency, you can take that. That's the advantage. That doesn't mean it is a hard, there is a rule. No. Just for make you the idea. If you can go for this, if you go, both will get the same answers. You will not get the different answers. But for idea to start with the problem very first, which having highest frequencies, take that one as E. Now look at here. So any deviation, how to find here? Say 15 minus 35. Xy minus A, 35. How much it will be? Minus will come, okay? Minus how much? 0, 20. Then 25 minus 35. What is there? Minus 10. Then it is 35 minus 35. It becomes 0. See, 0, minus 10, minus 20. And this side will be 10 difference, negative. And downside positive. Without doing also, we can do shortcut. Then multiply this. 20 into minus 60. Then minus 50, because minus into plus minus. And this is 0. And this is how much? Suppose any value they are having, no? So it is, say only one value is 10. So 10 2s are 20. Yes or no? Then you have to add this. This one is minus 110 and this is plus 20. You have to subtract, means minus will come. It will how much? 90. Now we can put the value here. What is A? 35. Then plus, what is sigma FIDI? Sigma FIDI is minus 90. So minus 90 by how much? Sigma FI, add it. So it is 8 to 10 and 20. This is between 20. So first you cancel this, how much it is? 35 plus minus minus, 9 by 2 is 4.5. Now you subtract it, 0.5, 30.5. These are the answers. Are you get the idea? So now, what I am telling you here, one important things are notice or not, if I add this one, okay, if I add this one, what you can get? Some of the deviations is, how much it is? See here, this is 0, no, 35 and 35, this become 10, 35 become 10, 20, understood? Then 35 minus 15 is how much? 20, is 10, okay. So if you add this one and multiply this, you can get these answers. So that way you can develop the mean in shortcut method. So you learn this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 class interval is 4 values. Okay. If we consider here 25 as a, so 25, 25 is 0. So it will be 10 and this will be 10, 20. That way also get the same answers. You want to see the answers? Same answers. If I change the value here, so it will become how much? With the blacking I will show you. If suppose I consider is A here, okay, if I consider A here. So what will happen? It will be like, say for example, 15 minus 25, how much? 15 minus 25, how much it will be? Look at here, if I change the value, what will happen? I change this value, okay. So it's 15 and it's 25, 35, 45. I am telling you here. So A means how much? 15 minus 25 is minus 10. Then it is 0. It is 10 plus 10 because xi first then A. This is A, no? Then it is 20. So if we multiply here, what you will get it? You will get it here minus 30, it is 0, is 100 and it is 10 to the 40. So we will get plus 40 here and minus 30. If I subtract, it will come. Plus value will come. How much? 140, no it is. 140 minus 30, how much? 110. So that time we can use here. A value is changed, na? A value is how much? 25. Then plus 110 by 20. Cut it. 25 plus, if I divide 11 by 2, how much? 5.5. See, you got 30.5. So this answer is same. So what I indicate to show you that if I change this A here to here, answer doesn't change. So don't make it wrong concept that A means highest frequency you have to take. That's why I give you the idea. You can keep it in mind that, but you can do any one. Understood? Okay, so thank you. For next class, I will come to next idea of step deviation.